Now it's just about starting to rain. I'm going to put these onions in the ground. These are, well, started out of a whole bunch of different, but ended up being just the Vidalias. Took quite a bit of seeds to get these, maybe 10 plants. So I'm going to pop these in the ground and let them go to town here. So this is where I decided to plant these onions right here next to these tomatoes. Lizards are already coming. I already started cultivating this space right here, moving some of these twigs and such out of the way, and there's a bunch of worms and such in there. So I have a bunch of tomatoes I got here. I planted a few other onions over here. These are mostly onion tops or onions that sprouted from my pantry. One of which, this middle one here, is the purple one that I grew that sprouted, and then a couple of these other ones that sprouted. So planted those over here under these tomatoes. So I decided these Vidalias would go well in this space right here. So kind of wanted to dig it out and show you this is a nice nutritious area here. Got a lot of worms in this space, so just trying to get a nice area of some solid dirt. Instead of really breaking this whole thing up, I'm just gonna plant this whole guy in there just like that. I think there's enough space. There's a couple inches between. I think they'll just do fine. A couple of the stragglers, you can see this one right here, for example. Right there's kind of like a weird one. I might pull that guy out, but the other ones that are nice and big, I'm kind of like going to just root where they're at and then pull the stragglers around it and plant those where I can. So let's see what it looks like at the end. I need 2 hands to do this. Let's pretty much pop them out of the container and pop them into the space. And like I said, this is a nice nutritious area. We got all kinds of nice earthworms going on in here. They're trying to get back underneath, going, what the heck did you do to disrupt my eating? One thing I am doing is making sure I kind of get all these big chunks of debris out of there. Nice thick dirt's fine, but I don't want big chunks of, some old wood chips and such like that have buried itself. So make sure I have a nice clean layer of dirt. As many wood chips and such out of here. I mean, this is in some good soil itself, so they'll have itself to grow in, but get rid of these chips and get it on in there. So there we go. I just kind of popped that thing upside down. You can see all the roots have been looking for a way to get down into the deep dirt, so this will be great for them. I'm going to loosen these up a tad bit and pop it like a pancake right upside down into that space. So there we go. Got it nice and roughed up there. You can see they're straggling out, not falling around the container anymore. So I'm literally going to just pop them upside down just like this. Just there we go. That's how I'm doing it. So I am going to pull out these little guys here at the end. That guy right there, I'm going to work it out. I don't know if I'm ripping a whole bunch of stuff or not, but that guy's kind of crowded. And then that's it right now. So just going to then bury it in. There we go. Just kind of plopped it in the hole and backfilled around it. Doesn't look very pretty right now because I'm sure I kind of beat these things up, as you can see from these broken pieces as I plopped it around, but it should be good. Broke off a couple individual ones here. We'll see how those do. Little tweeners in between. There are probably one or two I could probably pull out, but at this point I'm just gonna let them go. The big ones are already like I think just enough space in between. There's probably 2 inches roughly in between each one. I think we should have enough space to spread out and get some decent sized onions. Anyway, I should have transplanted these long ago, but I didn't. So this is what we get when you when you procrastinate. You get less production. So anyway, see you later.